Hello, my name is Quintella White. I started this podcast to motivate and encourage individuals diagnosed with various medical health challenges. With a personal diagnosis of multiple sclerosis, I aim to inspire individuals of all ages to reclaim their dreams and redefine their lives in spite of their disabilities. Welcome to Motivation Station, hosted by myself, Quintella White. Hey y'all, I'm back. Welcome to episode 15, Motivation Station. And yes, I'm still excited. I hope you all are feeling wonderful today. I hope you all are feeling great today. Happy Wednesday. Okay, our topic for today is going to be living without limits. That's it. So for me, this is a little mindset that I just keep for myself. Individuals that refuse to live by limitations sees challenges as opportunity and not barriers. That is what I always just keep in my mind for myself. I refuse to live I refuse to live by labels. I refuse to allow anyone to put a label on me. I refuse to I refuse to sit in a certain category because I'm diagnosed with MS. And this is what the internet says is supposed to be a limitation for me. I just don't conduct my life like that. I just don't. I refuse to do that. I just refuse to see a challenge as a barrier. I just see it as opportunity. And remember, I told you guys several times, I want y'all to smile. I want you guys, when you walk in a room, I want you to walk in a room with your head lifted high. I want you to walk in the room with confidence because remember, we're reciting those words of affirmations, and you are supposed to keep yourself in that positive place. You are strong. You can do all things, and I just want you guys to constantly say those things to yourself every day. Like, I refuse to live by limitations that the world has put on my diagnosis. It's just a medical condition that you are diagnosed with, and that's it. So, with that being said, I'm going to give y'all an example. I shared with you all in my intro that I am married. That's the goal. I was trying to think on. I have several, but a good example. But I shared with you guys that I'm married. Um, my husband and Michael and I have been married for 12 years now. That was quick. So we've been married for 12 years. So my husband, I love my husband with everything in me. But that man is the world's greatest procrastinator. That is him. That is Michael. And he'll agree to that he's horrible. So a while ago, this kind of just happened like a little bit ago. Growing up as a little girl, I always watch my mom. Like every couple of months, my mom would just like pull furniture. Like she never liked her living room, her dining room, her whatever. She never liked it to look the same for a long period of time. So watching her, do that like every couple of months, as I became an adult, and as I moved out, I that's a habit that I have picked up from my mom. I literally, like, every couple of months, I don't like my place to look the same either. I will pull furniture around, I did all of those things too. So prior to 2020, remember I shared with you guys that I had a bad relapse in 2020, and it changed the dynamics of a lot of things for me. I already shared that. So prior to that, and again, I was diagnosed with MS in 2011, but prior to 2020, I would always, every couple of months, I would just pull my furniture around, change it up, switch it up, because, that's what I saw my mom do, so that's what I did. So after 2020, I haven't, I wasn't in. Normally, if I want to dine, if I want, I would ask my husband, like, like, Michael, can you post some things around for me? I would show him how I wanted it, because things had just took a turn for me. Things had took a turn. And remember, I told you guys I wasn't able to, like, cycle on my bike. I just was dealing with some challenges. So I literally was unable to pull that furniture around, the way I wanted to do. Michael was doing it for me for quite some time. So this last time, a few weeks ago, I had asked Michael to do it. You know, and again, my procrastinating husband. He was, supposed to do it. He never got to it. Whatever. So finally, one day I was home, and I just decided, you know what? Why am I? I felt like I had gotten in that place again where I was kind of like, oh, I'm diagnosed with MS, and I have balance issues, and my balance is off, and oh no, I can't do that living room anymore. And I truly believe what it was after that relapse in 2020, and then just that definitely, and I told you guys that took me in that dark place, definitely, that I came out, and I'm not going back in. So and I let that place tell me that, oh, I can't pull my furniture around anymore. I can't do that. Oh no, I can't do that. So a few weeks ago, I decided, I was home one day, and I just decided. I looked around in my living room. I prayed, and then I said, you know what? I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And y'all, I literally, with limited mobility, off, not having a stable balance temporarily, I literally moved my entire living room around by myself. I have not done that in a really long, I'm trying to think. I don't even think I've done that since I've been living. It's been a while. It's definitely been a while. It definitely was before 2020, and we're in 2025 now. So I haven't done it in a long time. So I literally took, and I will say, I don't want y'all to think I'm Hercules or anything. It literally took me now. It took me about 3 days. It took about 3 days. I mean, not like 3 whole days, but I mean, I did like a little bit this day. I did a little bit the next day, and then the following day I did a little bit, and I played around, moved, tug, push. But again, I literally did it. So anyone out there that's diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, and you deal with balance issues, or limited mobility issues, or whatever, I did it, y'all. And I deal with all of those things, and I literally moved my living room around by myself, and I have not done that in a really long time, and I was so, 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 so proud of myself. I was so proud of myself. And I will say, when my husband came home that first day, because I didn't tell him that I started doing it, but when he came home, I was like, don't touch anything, please don't touch it. Like, I want my full credit for doing this by myself. Like, I just didn't want him to, like, come in, and because of course, his natural would be to come in and, start pulling it for me. But I didn't want him to do it. I stopped him like, nope, don't do it. I'm going to do it by myself. And it took me 3 days to kind of pull and tug. And y'all, I did it. And I was so, so, so proud of myself that I did it. That was something that I have not done in a really long time. And again, the internet would say, society would say, worldly things would tell us, oh no, someone diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, with limited mobility, with off balance or whatever their situation is, if they use assistance to whatever. Oh, I know they couldn't do that, and that's not true. So if I can do it, and again now, hold on. I'm not a medical I'm not a medical professional. So listen, I am not telling y'all to go out there and change your living room around and move. No. Don't do that now. Y'all again, you know what your limitations are. And I told y'all there was a season where, there were things that I was unable to do, and I'm now, getting my strength back, rebuilding my strength, doing things that I haven't done in a while. So again, would I have changed my living room around last year? No, I would have never done it. But again, I have built up strength in it. So by all I'm saying is, and my living room was just one of my examples. But what I'm saying to you is, remember, y'all supposed to be smiling every day, continuing to recite those words of affirmation, and remember, we always stay in a positive place no matter what. All I'm telling you is, if you guys, life is never gonna be perfect. Y'all can follow every tip, every story. Y'all can do it exactly the way I did it, and life will never be perfect, because my life isn't perfect as well. At the end of the day, we're human. We gonna deal with things. Life is gonna happen. You know, that's just how it goes. So, by what I am saying is, don't allow yourself to get trapped in a box where you feel like, oh, I can't do this or I can't do that. You can. Now, don't hurt yourself. If there's something that you need help to do, or you need, of course, wait on someone, call someone. And again, it just doesn't have to just be a living room. That was just my example. But what I'm trying to say is, I want you all to set your mind that you are going to refuse to live by labels. You live by who you are, what your name is. That's what I'm trying to say. So, yes, that's that's where I'm going. So, I just want you all to don't allow the world to put you in a category to say that you are limited because you are diagnosed with a medical condition. That's it. That's all. So, we're not doing that. And when you guys face a challenge, because challenges are going to come, and that's another episode. And, we'll get there, and I'm going to share like some challenges, that I deal with on a daily, something, because trust me, y'all see me now, I'm smiling, I'm laughing, I'm hosting this podcast, but I promise you guys, my road to getting here to where I am today was not easy. I faced many challenges, many obstacles, and I still currently face them. But I just don't see a challenge as a barrier. I see it as an opportunity. Opportunity to. I just see it as an opportunity. And that's it. So whatever it is, you guys just have to just make your mind up that I refuse to live by limitations of the world. That's it. So, what something else? My name is Quintella White. I am beautiful. I am patient. I am healthy. I'm loving. I'm strong. And I refuse to live by a certain status or limitations because I'm diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. Multiple sclerosis does not define who I am. It just doesn't. And it just doesn't. It just doesn't. That's it. So that is it for today, y'all. I believe that's it. We are going to wrap up. So my hope and prayer again, it's always gonna be the same. My hope and my prayer is that I'm helping you all to just feel good, feel great. Remember, I want y'all to smile. Remember, we're always going to stay in a positive place. And what we talked about today is we refuse to live by limitations. We refuse to let our medical condition that we are diagnosed with, that's it. We refuse to let that put us in a category with limitations. We're not doing that. Because remember, we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. And if you woke up this morning, if you are watching me, there's a purpose for your life. That's it. I hope and pray that I'm helping you all. I hope. And yes, okay, so wrapping up Motivation Station, episode 15. Smile. We are not living by limitations, not at all, or labels. So, Motivation Station, episode 15. That's it, y'all. We are out. See y'all next week. Peace. Bye.